My name is Sam, and my art page is Sam, and my personal page is Sam. And I am an artist and an aspiring academic philosopher. I currently attend NYU. I will be graduating in May 2022 with a master's degree in philosophy. And those are the two things that I'm primarily interested in: art and philosophy, as well as certain spiritual practices. Like I delve into the Wiccan practice quite a bit. That includes like tarot, astrology, and all those other
15 seconds of fame and come back next year with the whole fucking game. Ain't nobody expect Kanye to end up on top. They expected that college dropout.
I guess my primary medium would be like live on Canvas, but I also do stuff like on Procreate, and I have to do collage work. I've done photography work. I also upload audio recordings of me speaking, like somewhat of like philosophical things, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. And what else do I do? And I also consider my spiritual practices as a form of art of mine, just because I do think that like reading tarot or reading a chart or just delving into the kind of practice is really a art which you really have to master. It's difficult. I think my favorite artist has to be Kanye West. Like honestly, I think he's a bit problematic, obviously, but I think he's also human, flawed, and I think a lot of the things in which he has put out and present to this day are masterpieces that could be matched. And he's just very expressive of his soul, and I think you feel it through his music and everything else that he puts out. I was interested in that. A, philosophy, and B, I think merely existing and perceiving, right? Like sometimes I'll be out on a walk or something, and I'll just see something or look at something and sort of I have to draw that somewhere, in the way in which I perceive it. That's what I think art is, right? It's a depiction of my perception of the world. So it's just kind of what my head looks like. So a lot of my art is very much focused on alien-esque, cosmic-esque sort of stuff. So personalities in which I paint are alien-like figures. But I always kind of view them as myself. It's always this blue kind of mouthless figure. I really see it as an illustration of how I perceive the world. So I was painting this out, and as I was working on this piece, I was reading The Birth of Tragedy by Friedrich Nietzsche in one of my modern philosophy courses, which is one of the philosophy. And Friedrich Nietzsche speaks of the Dionysian and Apollonian and how those things create tragedy. And he was very into Greek tragedy, right? And the Apollonian kind of represents the transcendental state of the human mind. So aesthetics, logic. I don't know how to really explain. It seems very clear and orderly, but it's all things of the mind, of the intellect, very abstract stuff. Whereas Dionysian is very earthly, it's very much grounded in earth. It's very much to do with sex and pleasure and chaos, and death and illness and destruction, but very tangible physical things. And with the fusion of the Apollonian and Dionysian, it's this clarity within the chaos, right? And that was going to be the original name of this piece. Because this, I pictured it as chaos, and the lines going through it as clarity. So I was going to name it Clarity throughout, through chaos or confusion. And then when I read that freaking book by Friedrich Nietzsche, I was like, oh, tragedy. The Apollonian Dionysian, that's exactly what I was talking about in my piece. And so there's that. It kind of just represents that, through life, we're going to encounter very beautiful and mind-altering things and experiences, but we're also going to run into a lot of things that are very soul-crushing. They're very realistic as well. And those two things, I think it makes life beautiful. It's the tragedy, right? And Friedrich Nietzsche thought that good art is tragic because it embodies these two energies. And this person, so this is called The Birth of Tragedy. I named it after Friedrich Nietzsche's book. And this person is I guess kind of the fake tragedy, the birth of tragedy. And so I guess that's tragedy right there. and it's being blown into this fucking like universe with like holes and fucking like I don't know moon rocks and shit and like some moon or something. Like it's kind of just existing in this disorderly space, but at the same time it's a very transcendental space to be in. My goal is to put out art that touches people because it very much touches me, and so I want that to be depicted as well. And I also want to put out work that emphasizes how fucking cool philosophy is, because I love philosophy, but I never shut up about it. So I think it was like, and I do want to like make my art apparent and be perceived, right? And that's something that I'm kind of struggling with right now, whereas like I don't really like being perceived. Like I had all my accounts like private, block every single person and their mother is like, I did not want to be looked at like from like a like larger scale, but I was like, crap, like if I really want my art to be more exposed or out there, like that means unfortunately that I also have to be perceived, right? But I also like, I guess like my goal with that at the end is to like have my art be self-sustaining in which I don't have to step out. Kind of like Frank Ocean. Like kind of blow up and act like I'm a little wedding. You can just hide from the world. Perhaps like, preferably in a house in the woods or something like that. You can catch me at Art Storm on January 22nd and 23rd of 2022. Thank you for watching and for hanging out with me today and letting me speak to you.